it's autumn. Excuse my appearance. I have been outside all day at Ansley's school for their field day, and I am a hot, sweaty mess. But it's towards the end of the month, and I wanted to go ahead and just get this out of the way and put these things away because I don't plan on buying anything else for this month. And I've decided, instead of showing hauls every now and then, like I was doing, I'm going to try to do just one a month because I don't plan on buying a ton. But from what I have seen here, stuff does accumulate, where you think you're not buying that much, but in reality, I mean, it's a ton of stuff. Most of this stuff is from Sephora, but I did get a couple of things on, I think like one thing on Amazon, a couple things through like Target and the drugstore. And anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump into it, and it's going to be all mixed up because I tossed them all in this Sephora box that's got my address on it. Hopefully you didn't see that. But anyway, I tossed them all in this Sephora box right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with what's on top and what was about to fall out of the box. And this is the EcoTools blush brush. And I had purchased, and I have a couple of them, these EcoTools powder brushes, and I really like these for applying bronzer. I think they do a great job doing that, and also for like all over powder. And I saw that they had this blush brush, and I thought it would just be perfect for placing the blush exactly where I want it. And these are extremely soft, great quality brushes. I think I may also try to use this with liquid foundation because it's about the right size. And sometimes I like to use these kinds of brushes for foundation. And since EcoTools brushes are synthetic, they're still going to wash up pretty well. So I was excited to pick this up. I got this at my grocery store. We have a grocery store called Giant Eagle, and they carry those things. But I think most grocery stores, if they have a beauty aisle, carry EcoTools brushes, so you should be able to pick that up. We have a little store here in town called Peebles, and they have a mix of, I guess not drugstore makeup, but they have like the makeup like Jane Beauty, they have Cargo, NYX, what else? They had Pure Minerals, just different brands like that. But then they also have like a Clinique and an Estee Lauder counter. Sorry, I can't talk. But anyway, I picked this up. I've already like opened it up and looked at it a little bit, but these are Color Me Essie, and this was on clearance from $15 to $6.99. And it came with, I don't know what collection this was in, but it came with Butler Please, Bahama Mama, Smokin Hot, Mademoiselle, and Jazzy, what is it? Jubilant. But anyway, it came with these. I like the smaller Essie bottles because you get to try different shades, and these were all shades that I knew I would do except for the glitter, but I think my daughter would because it's got multicolored glitter. So I don't know if it says what collection this was with, but I mean, it's been a while since these collections came out, but I know that Butler Please was a really popular shade. So mine has started to separate in there, which leads me to believe that this collection probably came out a year or two ago. I already have Bahama Mama in the full size, but it's one that I like to use on my toes a lot, which it's like in here. I haven't even like taken them out. This is Bahama Mama. I like to use this on my toes, so I'm going to shove this in with my travel stuff. And before I travel this summer, I'm going to use this to paint my toes, and then I'll have that to touch up if I need to. But this shade, which I normally don't do blue, but Butler Please just really spoke to me, and it reminded me of that, I forget what it was called. It was that shade by Sally Hansen that everybody was after, and then they discontinued it, and everybody was really angry. It looks a lot like that shade to me. So there it is. I mean, it's just a really fun blue, and I think this would be a good shade on the toes as well. And then obviously the other shades in here. It would take forever if I actually took them out. So those were in there. So I'm actually pretty pleased with the deal because I got all 5 polishes for $6.99. And I think that's a pretty decent deal. Also, while they're in their clearance section, they had this by Pop Beauty. And this is an eyeliner. It's in the shade Bronze Bonanza. And it's just their Kajal pen, and it's got a little smudger on the end. And I did do a little swatch here. I love a bronze eyeliner in the summer to put in the waterline, and I was hoping this would stay like in the waterline and then to smudge out. I did a look with brown mascara and a bronze liner, I think a year or two ago on my channel. But I just love that look for summer, and I saw this and I thought this would be perfect. So I picked this up. I don't know how well it stays in the waterline. I'll let you guys know, but I got this on clearance for $1.99. So I thought even if it sucks, I can pass it on to somebody else. And that's all I actually picked up at Peebles. Through Amazon, I ordered a couple of herbs. And this one right here I got, and I might do a video on different supplements and the ones you should take and what you should look out for, and because I feel like people just go overboard with supplements, or they don't do their research and then they're taking too many vitamins that they don't need, or they're just taking supplements that aren't right for them. But I did a lot of research, and people who have chronic fatigue because of thyroid disorders and some other things, and they have brain fog, which I suffer from a lot, there are 2 different herbs that you can take for that, and they said that they work wonderfully in conjunction with each other. I'm waiting for the other one to come. I did order it, but it is called Ashwagandha, and I'm waiting on that to come. But the other one that I picked up that's already here is Rhodiola Rosea, and I will link below an article or 2 that I found talking about these. But also, like, on the reviews, people were just talking about how it changed their energy levels and all of that stuff. So, yeah, let's see what it says on the bottle that it's supposed to help with. Yeah, so this says right here, it's supposed to support a healthy response to stress, in which I just went to the doctor. He was afraid that my cortisol levels were up, and that was also what was causing a lot of the weight gain. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the thyroid disorder that I have, but he said that all my weight gain is not primarily from that, and then they kept medicating and adding more and more medication to that. And he finally, like, I went to a different person because I wasn't seeing results, and he was like, well, they keep medicating the thyroid when you actually have other issues in your body as well. So what he did was he tested cortisol and all that stuff and told me that was an issue. And then I'm going to go back later. He's taken me off all my medicine, and so right now he's just wanting my body to kind of, like, I guess, detox from all the medicine I was on, and then he's going to retest me and put me on something. But in the meantime, I'm having a really hard time with no medicine whatsoever. I'm exhausted all the time. So I did research, and I'm going to try these herbs because they're also just supposed to help with, to regulate that. They're supposed to help you go to sleep and relax, but also have normal energy that's not like the jittery caffeine type of energy. And caffeine isn't doing anything for me. I'd been going to Starbucks like a crazy amount, and I'm like getting so off topic. This is like a haul, but I had been going to Starbucks every single day and getting a soy latte, like an iced soy latte with 4 shots of espresso in it, thinking that that's going to give me energy, and it would give me energy for maybe an hour, and then I would just feel like garbage again, or sometimes I didn't get any energy at all. So I'm going to try to get like a healthy energy. I've also been taking like a B12 spray and things like that, trying to get my body like working again, because my body is just like so tired. It's almost like I have a adrenal fatigue right now, to where my body just doesn't really, I want to sleep all the time, pretty much. So, I got this. I will put the articles below if you want to look into that, if that's something that you suffer with. Of course, speak with your doctor about it first, but if that's something you suffer with and nothing seems to be working, maybe that would be a good option for you. So then I also went to Target, and I picked up this that I had been wanting to try, and this is the L'Oreal Lumi, the Cushion Foundation. This right now, I'm in the shade N 3.5, which is a pretty good match for me. I've been in the sun quite a bit, so I guess I'll just put this on my chin now. I've been in the sun quite a bit, and my skin color has changed so much, and I was using so much sunscreen that I was deficient in vitamin D. So I backed off on the sunscreen. I put sunscreen on my face like a little bit, but after that I don't worry about it. And since I've been hanging out in my hammock quite a bit, relaxing in the yard, because it feels good, like to have the warmth on my skin, I've just been doing that. And my skin has just gotten so much darker, like so quick, just because I'm naturally a dark person and I hadn't been in the sun for years, and I used so much sunscreen that I looked like a ghost. So I had to go and get a new foundation because my skin's so much darker, and just because I wanted to try this. So I am really impressed with it. I've been using it for most of the month. It's very dewy, very nice. This is something though, would be a great winter foundation for me. But I need to get a lighter shade for that. I don't think that this is something that's going to last throughout the day if you really want your makeup to last in the summer, just because it is such a light, glowy foundation. But this is really nice. And then also I picked up another Pixi Glow Mist because I ran out of mine. And again, this is more for dry skin, but we're getting into the point to where this isn't going to help my makeup last. So I'll show you another spray I got in a second. But I go through these so quickly. And I love this if your face is kind of feeling dry or tight. It's just really nice to spray it with this, and you can spray it before or after you put your makeup on, but I love this stuff, so I will never be without this. Love it. Okay, so also while at Target, I picked this up, and this is the Hawaiian Tropic Island Sport sunscreen. It's just SPF 30. I picked this up because every year I buy a huge thing of sunscreen, and it only lasts for a year and then it goes bad. These are around like $2.50. So I'm going to buy them as I need them this year. And then that way I don't have the issue of just completely running out of sunscreen, if that makes sense. Or not running out, but just like, see, the brain fog. I won't have the issue of having all this leftover sunscreen that's not going to be good the next year. And because sunscreen isn't really cheap if you know, buy a ton of it. And I was also into the habit before of buying a different sunscreen for each person in the family. Like I would get Eric a manly sunscreen, which he never wears even though he should, because he's super light and he looks like a lobster right now. And then I would get a non-scented, sensitive skin one for Ansley, and then I would get one for myself. And so that's like $40 worth of sunscreen, and we don't go through it all, like each individual person, because we didn't really spend that much time in the sun. But I figured I would go ahead and just get this one, like keep it in the car, keep it with me, and we can all use it. Eric's just going to have to suck it up and deal with the tropical scent. And then I'll just keep replacing the small ones because we were just being wasteful. So then also at my at Target. Where did I get this? No, at my grocery store where I got the blush brush. I saw this and it kind of sucked me in because this color. And this is the Sinful Colors Sinful Shine with Gel Tech. This is the Kylie Jenner one. And I love these nudie colors that also have like a micro glitter in them to where they're not so flat. And so this really spoke to me, and I did try this out. And this nail polish is so thick and goopy. It goes on very, very thick. So you have to be careful and like really clean off the brush and then go in. So I was kind of disappointed with the quality of it. And this is supposed to make it like a gel top coat or like a gel finish, which gel nails are supposed to last longer. This lasted me like a day and a half before the whole thing just started chipping and peeling off because this is so thick. Nail polish tends to stay a little bit longer on me if I can put down really thin coats, but I had a hard time doing that. So I don't know if it would be okay, since it's got the Gel Tech in it, for me to add nail polish thinner and see if that's something that would help. But these were only like, I think, $1.99 or $2.99 each. They were pretty inexpensive. So, I mean, it's not a huge loss, but hopefully I can figure out a way to get these to stay because I do like the shades. So I did have one item sent to me. I hadn't been putting up YouTube videos in such a long time because of the different health issues I've been having, like with the fatigue plus also the spinal injury, and I've been in physical therapy, and I just really hadn't had time to get in there and like really edit and do videos and do things like that. So I didn't feel right accepting products from companies. I didn't want to accept all these products for this month that I wasn't doing anything because I wasn't going to be getting around to them, and then it gets so overwhelming when you get sent products and they want you to do a video on them but you're like backlogged. So I just stopped accepting things for a month, and I just got this yesterday. And so this is the Joyal Beauty Retinol Correcting Serum, which I haven't even opened this yet. Here we go. And it just comes like with a little pump and in a dark bottle. And this one I'm excited about because it's 1% retinol, which I think if you go above 1%, it's supposed to be like prescription grade. So this is supposed to be pretty high up there with the retinol. But yeah, it's just vitamin A, 850,000 IU. But it's supposed to be anti-wrinkle, minimize pores, and treat acne scars. So I'm excited to try this. And the only reason I accepted this, even though I have a couple of other things I need to put videos up for, is because I'm almost out of my retinol stuff. And I just thought this would be a perfect time to try it. And it wouldn't be backlogged because I'm actually almost out of mine. So I got that. So now on to the Sephora stuff. I got quite a bit at Sephora. Because they had some decent promo codes where if you spend $25, then you get something. So I did this for like 3 or 4 orders where I would buy something, put in my promo code, and then get the thing. And then buy something, put in a promo code. So the first thing I ordered at the very beginning of the month, I've tried it a couple times. This is the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette. I'm sure a lot of you were surprised that I got this because I did not really care for the original Tartelette, and I even contemplated getting rid of it. I'm going to force myself to do like a palette of the week with it though, and see if I like the other one a little bit more. I found that once I started getting into the palette, like over the top layer of the eyeshadow, that they started blending better. So I don't know if just that part was like so densely packed that just the top layer of the shadow was patchy, but they did start performing better. But these colors kind of spoke to me a little bit more. And the smell of these, I don't know, they kind of have that cocoa sort of smell like the chocolate bar palette, but it's like the initial smell is, and then there's like an after smell that's like, what is that? It's like, that's slightly off. And maybe it's like, since these are Amazonian clay, and maybe they put in that slight cocoa smell to cover up the clay smell. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but it does kind of have that sort of smell. So I don't know. Okay, so then also I had mentioned when I picked up the Pixi spray that I don't use that as a setting spray in the summer as much just because it's so oily. So I did pick up an Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is usually the one that I'll use in the summer just because it lasts and it's oil free and it won't break down, you know, your makeup. I believe this does contain alcohol in it, and that's one thing that kind of annoys me. Yeah, like the second ingredient is alcohol, but I guess once I have all my moisturizers on and a layer of makeup, it's not that bad. But I do really enjoy this for setting my makeup in the summer. Also, I have this, I didn't just buy this, I've had it for a while for the summer, and it's the Supergoop one with the SPF in it that I also thought would be good or whatever to freshen up SPF, but this is what I'm going to use as my setting spray during the summer as well. But I have those two for summer setting spray, so I should be set. And then I ordered a little skincare set, and this is the Nude Double Dose of Genius, and it comes with 2 travel size nude things to try, and it was like around $20 or something. But you get the Nude Pro Genius Omega Treatment, and it says milk, and it's got omegas 3, 6, 5, 7, and 9. So I got this, and then also this little, and this is kind of what I wanted it for. I wanted to try the Rescue Oil that has omegas and Joyal. I have no idea. I have no idea what that is, but wanted to try those out. I had never really tried any nude products, or if I had tried samples, like, I didn't really remember them. So I got that, and then also in the sale section, Guerlain had this kit. and it comes with, and it was $32, and the Guerlain mascara that's in this kit is $32 by itself, which I've tried before, and I love the Maxi Lash. So it came with the mascara, an eyeliner, a makeup remover, and an eye cream, all for $32. And the reason I picked this up and the other item I'm about to show you is because my mascaras are sucking right now. Like, I have a bunch of samples and different things and I'm trying to use them, and they're sucking. The last one that I bought, thinking, because everybody was raving about it, was this CoverGirl, the Supersizer. This is like the worst mascara ever. Too much comes onto the wand. It's a hot mess. You have to like scrape it all off. It doesn't separate the lashes. It ends up only giving me like 5 lashes that look like that. It looks nuts. And so I have to use like a lash comb every time I use that to separate my lashes and then go back in while it's a mess. So I knew that I liked the Guerlain, and so I got that. And that would be the mascara that I would want anyway. Plus the packaging is super fancy. Isn't that pretty? So I got that. And then the eyeliner, the makeup remover, and the eye cream are just all bonuses. So I'm super happy to have those. And the eyeliner is just in the shade Blackjack. And then little sample sizes of the eye cream and the makeup remover. So I thought that was a really great deal, since I think they said it was worth 60 something, because this is also the full-size eyeliner that retails for around $30. So I have a video coming up really soon about different lip oils, and these came out and I was really curious about them. And so these are the Lancome Juicy Shakers, and I looked online everywhere for like different swatches of different colors. And for whatever, I don't know if they renamed them or if they're named different in the UK or what, but none of the names added up. But I picked this one up, and it's not quite what I thought it was going to be, but it's still an autumn shade, so that's fine. This is in the shade Piece of Cake, and I'm sure you know this. You shake it up, and then you get the little tip, and then you pat it in instead of swipe, because you can't really swipe, like you can, but it doesn't really do anything. So you just kind of pat it in where you want it. And it's just a really good natural shade. So I'm pretty pleased with the way this feels. It's not long wearing. I put it on like, I just got this one in the mail today. I put it on, I don't know, around 3:30, and I could still feel the moisture in my lips, but like the color and the gloss was gone by like 4:30. So it's not long lasting, but it is something that's really nice to have in your purse and add a little bit of color and a little bit of shine to your lips. But it's like a glorified lip gloss, but I like it. I was talking about mascaras. I also picked up this kit for $28 at Sephora, and you get, what, 5 mascaras. So you get 5 different mascaras. They even show you what the wands look like, so you don't have to open them before you need them. And then it comes with a certificate where you can actually get a full-size mascara when you go into the store, when you find out which ones you like. So I was looking at how much mascara is currently in the sample sizes, which it varies quite a bit. This Milk mascara right here, you get 0.25 ounces, which is, if you go to trade in for the full-size Marc Jacobs, it's 0.25 ounces. So you get a really good deal with this one, I feel. But it comes with the Milk mascara, Too Faced Better Than Sex, Tarte Tartelette Lash Paint, Ciate Triple Shot, and the Marc Jacobs Deluxe Omega Lash Volumizing Mascara. So you get all of these, and then whichever is your favorite you can trade in. And I thought that was a great deal for $28, since probably one mascara is close to or more than the $28 price tag, plus you get 5 deluxe samples. So I was really excited about that. And these deluxe samples are so large, I think they'll last me a couple of months. So yeah, I thought that was a really great deal. So since I ordered my Sephora orders 4 separate times, I have some promo codes that I put in. I got the Tatcha Indigo Soothing Rice Enzyme Powder, and this is a decent size. I got 10 grams or 0.35 ounces of the powder in the box, and you're just supposed to add it with water and then wash your face with it. So I hadn't tried anything from Tatcha before, so I'm actually pretty excited. And this is actually quite nice. It just has like a little spout that you can open and close. So I'm excited to try that because I've heard a lot of great things about the Tatcha brand. And then I put in the code for this little mini Chloe Eau de Parfum, and this is just the original. It has, I know they have a Chloe Roses scent. I don't know if it's more rosy. Oh my gosh, the sun's coming down and I look nuts. I don't know if it's more rosy, but this one definitely has that rosy scent to it as well. So I'm excited to use that. I smell it, and I know that I've smelled it before, and now that, and I didn't realize that when I ordered it, but it reminds me of the smell of like the little wood dust that the worms, like the little worms, mealworms, is that what they're called, come in when you're gonna go fishing. Something about this reminds me of like the thing of worms when you go fishing. I don't know, but probably I shouldn't have picked that perfume. But then I also got this, the Shiseido White Lucent Micro Targeting Spot Corrector, and I put in a thing for this, and that's a pretty decent size. It's about 1/3 of an ounce. So I got that, and then also I put in a code for the Luna Sleeping Night Oil. Let's see. Yeah, and it just comes with a little dropper, and so I can test that out because, again, I've heard great things about that. And all of the foil packets. I'm not going to go through all of them, but let's see which ones I find to be kind of exciting. The Pin Rose perfume. This is actually a perfume wipe, and you only have one here, but you can actually buy the wipes individually. And this is in the scent Treehouse Royal. And so I got 2 of those, and then I also got one in this scent Secret Genius. So I'm excited to give those a try. And then I got a Christophe Robin Regenerating Mask with Rare Prickly Pear Seed Oil. And then a couple of the Skin Inc. Pure Renewal Peels. And then like a couple of other like samples. Alright, so I was just editing this haul video and I realized that there was something that I forgot to mention in the video. So, I actually was on Instagram, and Meg's Makeup 8 here on YouTube. I will have her Instagram and her YouTube linked. She's like a project panner, and that's how I got to know her channel, was from project panning and purges and things like that. But anyway, she had an Instagram sort of giveaway, and I was one of the winners. I think she said she was going to pick 10 winners, but she ended up picking a few more. But she was allowing people to pick 1 of 2 sets from Paula's Choice Skincare. So, and all you had to do for it was just pretty much like comment below and then like tag somebody that, you know, somebody else on Instagram. And I tagged Aileen from Aileen476 here on YouTube, and she ended up winning as well. So it was a very, very good luck day. But so anyway, I'm just going to show you everything in the kit. And again, a big thank you to Megan for having the giveaway. I feel kind of bad though, because like, I don't know, I feel like this stuff is super, you know, it's not expensive, but altogether, like I got 6 full-size products. So these kits are, you know, pretty, like they're over $100. But I'll go ahead and I'll show you. So the first thing I got in here is the Paula's Choice Skincare Calm Redness Relief Cleanser for normal to dry. And that's what she had us pick between, like, are you normal to dry or are you oily? And that's what you, and I think all of them were like the redness solutions sort of deal that Paula's Choice has. So I got the cleanser, and then this is the toner. And let's see what else we have in here. This is the BHA Lotion Exfoliant. And then there is an SPF 30 Mineral Moisturizer. And then there is the Redness, another Calm Redness Relief Moisturizer. What's the difference between, okay, so this one is SPF 30. This one doesn't have any SPF. Okay, and then this is, yeah, the Lotion Exfoliant. So, alright. So now I'm starting to see the difference between them. Alright. And then there's one more thing in here. There is the Redness Relief Repairing Serum. So there's lots of good stuff in there. I can't wait to try it. So thanks again, Megan. And now I'm going to get back to the end of my video. That is everything that I got for the month of May. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.